Black Lives Matter. Please head to the link on screen to see how you can help with the ongoing protests. Any little you give helps. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Last time.
Oh boy, I wonder who that could be. Hey, stop! Well, I'm most certainly suspicious of somebody. That goddamn round-faced, really creepy fanfiction writing boy. I bet it was him, trying to do some weird-ass things. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Oh my fucking god!
The mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyer!
What? And just like that, she never moved again. Holy fucking shit!
Now back to the show.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well now,
Now I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess he only needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing... Good fucking lord. But now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they had seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been a friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you were put in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew.
No, you've been waiting to kill this entire time. Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
It's the Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't expert at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. That? What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. So then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. How could I? That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have any choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. and that if we didn't find out who it was, we would have all died here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's not the time to wallow in your desperation. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous results as having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. That is the only thing waiting for those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. That's an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened. Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from this situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Right, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. That's what it takes to survive, and that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. That's to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. Terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else left to say. She was gone. I don't know why I even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood, frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no, someone save me. Let me out of here. Oh, good lord. Somebody help me. You're just now accepting that?
Oh.
Hmm? So you finally noticed. Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Well, she's right. Then could it be? Oh, once everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it. Well, shit. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this one. Need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Certainly not me. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid.
Are you serious?
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it?
What the heck?
I hate this, but still we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting up someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you!
So,
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op-based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally open. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But,
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
so then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so,
well, do I really have to say anymore?
perhaps you
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like that, just like Kyoko, he was gone before he realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? Better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey,
Let
damn
me
it.
just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, they're thinking of destroying the evidence. Well, better not let me fight them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. On these deadly words hanging in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know, and we're investigating a murder. How do you even do something like that?
anyway,
You don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this
It
is
was you.
very suspicious.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't go any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Jesus fucking Christ. That face is horrifying.
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. May as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Damn. Right, I guess I better get going. But don't go yet. You had to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their partner looks at me and I've been filled with suspicion. Does anyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why did they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. What I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizano. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she killed. how I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. I guess this is going to be useful for later. I'm not quite sure exactly what truth bullets are. I think I was told it was forgotten about. No way. I seriously don't want to die here. I beg you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. Don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Yeah. Are you going to help investigate, Chihiro? I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, first of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I head to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. It might reveal something new. But more importantly, where's... Okay. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way,
Now, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? I could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find the son of the bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. What if it was a woman, though? But what if it was a girl that did it? The look on his face.
Yo,
They'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Alright. And Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching?
Crew's down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. I'm guessing that she's some kind of detective, like actual detective or something. But anyway, let's look for clues. There was a lot to look at, so. This is a display stand the sword was on. Yeah? There was a key on the ground that has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Yeah, that's right, we'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we'll switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. Well, if that's true, then how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, they'll open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgot to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. Well, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I'm going to have a hypothesis here that it might have been one of the women who used the sewing kits to pick the lock. if that's possible. That's just my own hypothesis at the moment, though. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle itself is especially missing lots of its coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Well, if it touched the person that was using it, well, Sayaka was swinging at, that might be a clue. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn, I was right there in the other room. I feel like I'd hear something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So that means that the person that got in didn't do so stealthily. Either that or they didn't kill her the moment they stepped in. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus the sword's been taken out, so it's just this sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. It must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. And if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Most interesting. I am beginning to come up with a hypothesis, but I need more information. The toolkit is inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence of its use at all. Okay, which makes sense, I guess. And it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. Hey, I can imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo. We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then? Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. It's like, why the hell would we? I'm beginning to get more and more into the idea that it was a woman that did this. And it might have been... Well, no, might have been. Whatever. We'll find out more eventually. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. She didn't write down relic on it when she was being attacked. Oh, what was that German thing in the Sherlock book? I forget. I guess the last place to look is the bathroom. I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. I guess not. Am I missing anything? I guess the camera? The surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using them to keep an eye on everything that's happening here. They don't do anything to stop what's happening, they just keep on watching. Am I missing anything else? Guess the monitor? This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears with. Right now it's just showing the school crest. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, lead roller. Huh? Looking at the lead roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? No, I think someone used it to remove fingerprints. Okay, I'm still missing stuff in my room, the general room.
What are you? Isn't it obvious? I'm searching. Did you lose a contact? Listen.
Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean? I searched your floor from one corner to the other, but I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really? Not one hair from the victim and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that I mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Did someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness. Alright. I think that's the last thing, so hopefully I can go into the bathroom now. The bathroom. On the other side of the door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Whoa. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, so that would thought help me up and support me. Ugh, brother. This is very gruesome to... Oh. I looked past Sayaka at the wall behind her, and then I saw... Oof. Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? The water from the showers gets turned off at nighttime. Anything else I'm missing? Or is all that's left the body? Yeah. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what's said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrusted into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist was broken. Right wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But that's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... there's some blood on the left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger... Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Stab wound on her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, it must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? It's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is where her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay, so they got the sword off of her and broke her wrist with it, which would explain why the numbers are written so oddly. She's probably right-handed and she wrote it with her left. So she survived the initial wound, or, well, either that, or the killer is framing, well, leaving a fake clue by dipping her own finger into it and doing that. Then again, it takes about 30 minutes to die from a gut wound, at least from what I see in the media and stuff. Still need more information. Where did the knife... I guess the important question at the moment is where did the knife come from? I think once we get the information, we'll be able to figure out more to the scene. Kinda have it scripted out in my head, but aside from that, just need a bit more info. We have the bathroom? Yes.
Danganronpa.